And welcome to Stay Through the Blues. It's Oldham FC Halifax, it's Lancashire for Yorkshire, it's 4-3-5. Both teams have got their eye on this behind us, getting to Wembley for the playoff final. Both teams know automatic promotion is out the route, and both will be dreaming of being here come May. It's a big game, and both teams are eager to win it. Oldham unbeaten in 4, Halifax lost their first game in a while, home to Dagenham on Tuesday. It's anyone's prediction as how today's game is going to go. I'll take the pitch Friday night, so it's tomorrow's game. Halifax have been on a good run of form up until the other night when they lost to Dagenham. Other than when we played them in the FA Cup earlier this season, we've yet to beat them since we've got relegated to the National League. We've lost at home, drawn at home, lost away and drawn away at the Shea. Halifax are having a good run at the moment. They're managed by ex-Oldham youth team coach Chris Millington, who took over from when Pete Wild left, and he seems to be doing a good job with them. A good number of fans were expected to travel over from the Pennines. There's questions though over whether Halifax will be allowed to enter the playoffs, with rumours that Huddersfield Rugby Club want to buy or take over control of the Shea Stadium. We've already got Halifax Rugby League playing there, and we've already seen issues with the pitch of the last season where so many games were postponed. This season hasn't been too bad, but the question whether they'll not will get into the playoffs is a totally different matter. As it stands at the moment though, their football is doing their talking and they are one place behind us. Let's have a look at their previous last 5 games. Halifax are a club we're very familiar with. Here's a look at their club honours. Again, I don't need to go into Halifax's history too much. The recent draw in the National League, but they are called the Shea Men. They're from Halifax, which is West Yorkshire, and this current Halifax was reformed in 2008. Since we've been in the National League, we've yet to beat Halifax. I wasn't coming, I was feeling like shit, but I've perked up a bit more now. So come on, Oldham, let's win today. Clouded Boundary Park, there is talk of rain and thunderstorms. I hope it holds off. It's going to be a big game this for both teams.
2-1 losses.
Thanks. 2-1 Oldham win today. Halifax at home. Come on Oldham. Let's win this. Ridge. Never. Get it. Both teams have started like neither teams had any clear cut chances. Both teams have pushed forward, but nothing has really tested either keeper. I put Nellen's line up. I felt Fondop needed to have a rest. Good to see now we're back in the starting 11. Urgel's injured, but Trey didn't have a good game last week either. 2 attack is encouraging as well, especially the new lad up from Fleetwood. Aaron giving Waters sticking a back right. Just had about 5 minutes down injured. His kick was poured in, so it looks like it's pulled to it. Howard and Harriet seem to both be linking up well, communicating with each other, which is a positive sign. Shot, creating a chance. That's what's setting us down. Just sort out, just test the keeper, shoot. That end product. Good spare possession they're having at the moment. Lovely finish there. Get in. Change the keeper. We couldn't keep much longer. Don't know much about his reserve keeper. We know the goalkeeper coaches know the fan forward. Let's just go for it now. As long as we're winning, we don't really need to pay attention to the results. But Forest Green are losing, Matchday are winning, Southend are beating Eastleigh at the moment. York are drawing. I know Gate said I've just signed a player from Yeovil today as well, and then the attackers start being an interesting move by them. Yeovil just took Otis Khan on loan from Oldham. He's never really got the ground going. Actually, got his best performance in an Oldham shirt. Come on! In the corner. Yeah. Really having a go at it here. Apologies. Well into the 6 minutes of stoppage time. This is because the goalkeeper's injury went off. But again, the keeper's not had to make a real save on none of any significant importance. If saves important, but nothing that's quite an edge. You see it on major. I think these look lethal. I reckon these are just for a point. That's why, again, take the game to him. Can't do this out of sight. We've played well. Oh. Keepers. Time 1-0 up, best place alongside Norwood and Harriet's working well. Positive man in the match, has won everything in the back. Just show a bit of urgency and kill these ones. They've not really tested our keeper this half. Put the game to bed early and job done. 1-0. Still got it. Turn. Oh. Save there for the keeper. First thing he really had to do was out quick off his line. Halifax now have a corner. Yeah, they've got the top section. They've brought quite a few as expected Halifax. Although they reformed a few years ago, people forget they were once a football league club. terms of size and history, they're one of the top 10 clubs in the National League. Oh, to the corner. Punch out the way, but better communication. Probably would have done better. Probably could have caught that then. No one at the back post still. Please, mate. It was a clear foul. He beat him and he pulled him back. Took him out. Singing. Stay in the box. Maybe think about Super Summit. Just need this second goal now. It's not that they've done anything to us, just to reassure us. The worrying thing is, while this ref just seems to ref in their favour, a bit of complacency cost us.
Fire legs! In the box, look forward. I look forward, I sound like a mean stand one here. Go on. Oh yeah, shoot! Oh. Too many touches. Shot first time. They did all the hard work, just didn't shoot. Oh. Adam. Box. Deliver it. Put a ball in, right. Got bodies in there. Yes! Oh, good save, keeper. Someone's trying to bother Cole on the pitch. Over 7,000 there, no 12,000 from the away fans as well. Slightly down from the Matchday game, but approaching the Oldham playing surface alongside throwing objects onto the field of play are all strictly prohibited in all football stadiums. These are criminal offences which carry severe consequences for both the club and individuals involved. Thank you for your cooperation. Inside announcements just saying it's money worth. Look at it bringing pass anyway. Change because it's so what it's more it's like look please. Oh Wales bodies, but I'd be making a change now, fresh legs. First change of the half. It's Conlon who's come off, along from Sandana. Had a great off myself, but the goal for Conlon still coming back from his injury. Very good game though. Scarlett's fond up now to get one out. So it won't be a bad thing. We need that second goal. But I'm not ready to take Howard off. They've both played well. Well done, Norwood. Good header. Nice seeing with a header actually, because it's quite a time he goes up and often misses it. Still need second goal. Just worried that there's going to be a slip up and these are going to get one back.
Played well, to be fair, Harriet. Then get coming on now. See if there's someone I could do something. Put himself that goal on his own at the front. Again. From up again. From up again. Come on now. Defend it. Well from that. Well done. And Halifax really putting pressure on that. Well, it's all over fun. Oh. That's a call before they got the decision go our way. Main centre happy about that. Yes, I am. Three minutes left now, don't want to stop sign this, but second goal will be truly welcomed by us. Who's there? Oh yes! One not. There's that ball. You all on me? Mickey Mouse, you all on me? Expected, to be fair. Most times get a second, get a winner. We're winning anyway, but Get in! That should do it. Game sealed and settled. Clogged off again. line! Fond up again! Fond up again! Fond up again! Away! Fond up again! Away! Just coming on now, the police cross the principal line. Fond up again! Fond up again! Fond up again! Away! Fond up against his trout as well.
Good save again. Well in. Nice good clean sheet as well. Fine, Raglan. Oldham.
To the football league, run away! How I get there, I don't know. How I get there, I don't get. All I know, the Oldham's on away. Run away, run away! To the football league, run away!
Yes. Well now.
Well done, lads. Worked hard, deserved that. Easy, more than two.
I'll say that today, 2-0. Much improved performance from last week, and that should be enough for us to be the playoffs now. Pressure control is still good in our favour.
And what a good win that was today. It was important, the win of importance, because now it consolidates our place in the playoffs. I couldn't believe how poor Halifax were, not a single shot on target. I know we didn't help the keeper taking a knock earlier on, but overall we played really well. We kept them at bay, we made it hard for them to get the ball, we retained it well, made it difficult for them. Norwood and Harrods up front linked up really good. I thought the midfield had a fantastic game. Conlon showing what he can do. Rossiter probably had one of his best games, I thought, in an Oldham shirt. At the back, Hobson, an absolute solid performance along with Raglan. And the keeper didn't have to do much, but he did have to do something. He looked consistent. Thought Fondop, when he come on, made an impact. That goal was a fantastic headed way. He timed his run really well. And don't know, it wasn't our greatest performance. And I'm glad we got that second goal, because my worry was, as the game went on, the ref was appalling. We got nothing from him, and we were going to concede a late goal, or we were going to give away a penalty, or something's going to line up, and the concentration was going to level Scotland. We were going to get distracted, but we didn't. We saw it out, and that should be enough now to keep us in the playoffs. I think if we draw next week at Southend, I'd take a point there, because they've got a bit of form. And like I said, results on Saturday and in midweek went in our favour, and now it's just a case of focusing on the prospect. 6 points behind Forest Green, how we lost at the weekend, so third place is still a possibility. Don't forget, we've got to play them in York still, but at least now we've installed a bit of belief. Having players coming back into the team has really helped us, so we're sure not slightly, because we had a strong bench. It's good to have players like Fondop that could come on and can change the game. Also, Garner, don't forget, still's got quite a good few assists to share. On his day, he can still do something with the ball. And emphasising before getting on, we never really got out of second gear ourselves, but it was one of them performances where we basically did what we had to do, professional one. It was clear from the start that Halifax were not here to win, and we were going to make it difficult for them. And you could argue that as soon as their keeper got injured, that was a game changer. The fact they couldn't kick it out properly. Kitchen and Caprice both played well. Kitchen looked really dangerous going down that wing. I thought Pep worked his socks off, and he looked knackered halfway through the second half. And I just don't see what the big deal has been about Halifax. Watching them today, they looked as poor as Yeovil did earlier in the season. Yeah, they moved it around, but if we have to pick a team in the playoffs, I would happily play them at home as well. And with, like I said, the games coming up now, we have got on paper a tough run of games coming up, but with the players coming back now, it's a case of everyone's got a place to play for. And someone says, apart, that was our first win in a league game against Halifax for 49 years. Bearing in mind, in my lifetime, we've only played them in the National League and the FA Cup, but that's something I can look into, or maybe Prozac can find out for us, Oldham's main stato. But so much, it was good to see the Boundary Park because the fans got behind them, as you can see from the videos. Everyone was happy with that, everyone was excited. Rocky Road and was bouncing, yeah. Idiots that threw bottles on the pitch wide, there's no need for it. We're not protesting anymore, and that could land the club with a fine, which we don't need really. You can't blame the Athleticals, because not everyone who stands behind the Athleticals are Athleticals. Some of them are just lads. So bit of common sense, people. Last thing we want is a stadium closure or something that could go against us or hinder us as we consolidate a playoff place. And Harriet really took his goal well. He was in the fan bar after the game and did a backflip, but it's good to see now, because Noah would look like he was on his same wavelength. The communication with him, I think having that break, Fondop looked absolutely fresh when he come on as well today. And Donaghy net, I think now he's going to give Hudson some serious competition for that number one spot. It's what you need, two keepers hot on the heels. Make sure that no one has a secure place. Don't run, start your best 11, but if they know there's someone ready to step in when. Thank you for watching the Story of the Blues. That concludes this week's Matchday vlog. We've got no midweek game. I'm not sure if I'm doing Southend away or not. It is live on TV. It is a late kick-off, so I'll know more towards the end of the week. If not, it'll be watching it on Dazan. Anyway, I'm Tommy Oldham. See you on the terraces. Come on, Oldham.